A new video tonight that shows the chase and the violent confrontation between an Albany man and police after he allegedly kidnapped his ex-girlfriend.
Last week we told you about 20-year-old Cameron Hopkins. He is now charged with that woman's murder. Take a look at your screen. This is when Fayetteville police began chasing Hopkins after they say he kidnapped 19-year-old Kalia Jones on July 16th. Hopkins led police to Lovejoy High School, where they used a pit maneuver to stop the car, and there you can see the shots being fired through the windows out of the car at the police.
Now, minutes later, more shots were fired inside the car when they say Hopkins shot and killed Jones. WALB News 10's Lena Allen spoke with the victim's family, who says all of this could have been prevented with more help from the justice system.
Yes, the victim's mother tells me the last thing she told her daughter was that she loved her. That was hours before Kalia was kidnapped and shot to death. She tells me she actually moved her family away from Albany to get away from the man accused of killing her daughter.
I want everybody to know her name.
A mother holding on to the memory of her daughter closest to her heart.
She might have loved him. He might have loved her. But at the end of the day, my child is dead.
Dash cam footage from July 16th showing the pursuit that led to Jones's shooting death. Hopkins refused to comply with police after firing at them, with Kalia still inside the car. That's when police say they heard more shots were fired and assumed the worst.
I think she's gone.
Kalia's mom tells me it was in that moment she received a phone call from Hopkins.
When Cameron called me, my daughter was already dead. And he kept saying, "Babe, wake up, babe, wake up." And I said, "Cameron, you shot her?"
Right now, Hopkins faces new charges out of Clayton County, including murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Bridget says her daughter's death could have been avoided if the justice system didn't fail her. Hopkins has a pending misdemeanor case out of Dougherty County, where he pled not guilty to a battery family violence charge. That charge stemmed from a May 2022 incident where police say Hopkins slapped Jones. I spoke with Dougherty County District Attorney Greg Edwards earlier about how Hopkins was able to get out on bonds considering his history with law enforcement.
In this instance, beginning in Dougherty County, if there were no other instances that were shown to be instances of domestic violence, it is likely that he probably would have gotten a bond, but there will still be some special conditions normally attached to bond in a domestic violence case.
Bridget tells me while she can't bring her daughter back, she will fight in her honor to save other domestic violence victims.
There needs to be some kind of accountability in place, because it was my daughter July 17th. But who's to say August 1st it won't be their daughter?
Now, back in 2021, Georgia's Family Violence Act was revised to include protection for victims who were impacted by abuse from dating relationships. Still, Bridget Jones tells me it wasn't enough to protect her daughter, which is why she'll continue fighting for change. Lena Allen, WALB, your hometown news source.